If you want to articulate parts in Tinkercad for 3D printing, the key is simple. You have to design for movement, not just appearance. In this video, I'll show you how to create space between connected parts so they can move freely after printing, instead of fusing into one solid piece. This is one of the most important things to understand when you're making hinges, joints, rotating parts, or any kind of moving mechanism in Tinkercad. And if this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more easy 3D design tips. Let's get into it. First, open your project in Tinkercad and think about the part you want to move. Whether it's a hinge, a swinging arm, a simple pin joint, or a rotating connector, the same rule applies. If two pieces are touching in your model, they will most likely fuse together when printed. That means you need clearance. For most FDM 3D printers, a good starting point is to leave at least 0.4 millimeters of space between the pin and the hole. This tiny gap is what allows the parts to print separately and still move after printing. Now let's break that down. The pin is the part that moves, and the hole is the part that holds it. If the pin is too tight, the printed part will be stuck. If the hole is too small, the joint won't articulate at all. So when you model these pieces, make the hole slightly larger than the pin. A 0.4 millimeter clearance is a practical minimum for many printers, but depending on your printer settings, filament type, and calibration, you may need to adjust that a little more or a little less. To create the joint, start by modeling your main body parts in Tinkercad as usual. Build the base shapes first, then add the moving feature separately. For example, if you're making a hinge, model one side of the hinge on one object and the matching side on the other object. Then add a cylinder or a custom pin shape where the rotation point should be. On the other side, create the receiving hole, but make sure it is oversized enough to account for print tolerance. That extra space is what prevents the parts from locking together. If you don't want to build every connector from scratch, Tinkercad gives you a faster option. Go to Shapes, then open Hardware, and look for connectors. These are pre-designed parts made for 3D printing, and they already include the correct tolerances for movement. This is a huge time saver because you can use them as a starting point instead of guessing the dimensions yourself. It's especially helpful for beginners who want a reliable way to create joints without having to calculate every measurement manually. Once you place a connector, position it carefully so it aligns with the parts you want to join. Use the work plane and alignment tools to make sure everything lines up cleanly. A misaligned pin or hole can cause the joint to bind, wobble, or fail completely after printing. So take your time here and zoom in if you need to. Good articulation depends on precision. Now there's one more step that can help you catch problems before you print. Use SimLab, which you can access from the Apple icon in Tinkercad. In SimLab, you can assign motion types like pivot or axle to your parts. This lets you test whether the joint behaves the way you expect. If the part spins correctly, swings smoothly, or rotates around the right point, then your design is on the right track. If it doesn't move properly in the simulation, that's your chance to go back and fix the spacing before wasting filament on a failed print. Testing in simulation is important because even a design that looks perfect on screen may not print perfectly in the real world. Small errors add up fast in 3D printing. A gap that is too small can fuse. A gap that is too large can make the joint sloppy. So the goal is to find the sweet spot where the parts move freely but still feel sturdy. Another helpful tip is to keep your moving parts simple whenever possible. The fewer complicated curves and tiny details you add to a joint, the easier it is to print successfully. Clean geometry, proper clearance, and careful alignment usually give the best results. If you're designing something like a functional toy, a mechanical arm, or a snap-fit connector, always think about how the printer will actually build each layer. So to recap, if you want to articulate parts in Tinkercad, start by planning your movement. Leave at least 0.4 millimeters of clearance between the pin and the hole, use the built-in hardware connectors when you want a faster solution, and test the motion in SimLab before printing. That combination will save you time, improve your print success rate, and help you make moving 3D models that actually work. If this tutorial helped you, please hit the like button and subscribe for more Tinkercad and 3D printing guides. And if you want, I can also show you how to make a working hinge, a snap-fit joint, or a rotating gear assembly in Tinkercad next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.